In this video, I will show you how we grade assignments in this class. So as an example, we will take the first assignment, which is the course portal homepage. You can see we've got the instructions and then all the requirements. As we go down through here, all of these requirements are listed. For several semesters, I struggled on how to effectively and quickly communicate to students what they'd done well and what they needed to improve or possibly fix. And so last semester, Vanessa explained to me that one of her professors had used Excel spreadsheets to communicate this. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's take that one step further. And so I created these grading sheets in Excel, or not in Excel, but in the Google Drive. And there are green check marks, and when you need to improve something or make a fix, you check on the red check mark to just show you. If you've got a green and a red check mark, that means I want you to check it out, but it doesn't necessarily need to be fixed. So here we'll go through the process. So here is my portal page, brings up it, everything's looking good from the front end. And then I go into developer tools, and yours may come up maybe on this page, but I have it here. And so I'm looking at your HTML, making sure that you have all of your head information, your meta, and your links, and all of the other elements that you need in here. These also show your, like the CSS, and sometimes it's not working right because I have a JavaScript. There we go. So you just may have to refresh to get it to show the JavaScript, but I've got JavaScript information in there. So I look at all of these things on your pages. So I go back here, that all looks good. I don't need to make any check marks or have you look at anything. So the next thing I do is there is a Lighthouse report. This is just an extension, and it gives you, I'm going to generate that report, and it will just run there in the background. So the next thing I'm going to look at is this web developer tools. And if you go back to the home page, this is listed several times on this page. And if you click that, it will bring up the Google extension. They've just made it quick to get to this point. You can also get to this by clicking on the three little dots, going under more tools, clicking on extensions. That's going off of the screen, but it brings up this page. And if you want to find, you can see I have it installed right here. You can turn these on and off if you're having problems with extensions. But if you want to, you can also look for extensions, go to this, the Chrome Web Store, and then you can search for different things. I have a video that's in the announcement for this week for a different extension that will just help with things. So that's how to get this installed. So back here, the first thing I do is I validate your CSS. So this comes up, so congratulations, no errors. I want to point out that there are warnings, and I'm never really concerned about the warnings. These are coming from Normalize, and this helps. This WebKit and Moz just help on different. Moz is short for Mozilla, which is the group that does Firefox. So all of these things are just warnings, but you don't need to worry about those. The things that I'm worried about are the errors. And so we'll see here, I click on this. Yours may show options or something else, but the tools part is where I want you to check. So I'm going to validate the HTML. And we will see here, I have a warning. I'm not worried, like I said before, I'm not worried about that. However, if there are errors, then I am going to make a checkbox. I'm going to check the red off of there. We've got some problems with this. Normally, the HTML checker is just down in this little footer portion. I'm going to put this in here. I'm also going to take the link from this page. I will paste it in here. So you can see this. I'm going to say, please fix. I'm going to go back to the page, and I am going to run the next thing, which is accessibility. This is, as this is running, I will show you, this is what it looks like. So here, I've got these contrast errors. When I click on these, it will show that there's a problem between the yellow and the white background. And depending on the monitor or the device people are using, it may have an effect, and they may not be able to read some of your text. If I had especially if I had a yellow background that was close to this, they may not be able to read it. So I am not super concerned about your accessibility on the specifically on the contrast ratio. So I will put this into your, here I say, I will make a red and a green check mark, just say, no need to fix, but I want you to be aware of it. And so I will put those types of things in there. So here you will see where I'm making the notes. I'm going to make links to the things if that's appropriate. And then the last one here that I'm going to do is I am going to validate your links. And it says it'll take some time. So I'm going to go over to the Lighthouse report that's now loaded. So here on this Lighthouse report, this is more of a guidelines section 2, but you would like to try to get everything above 90. And you can see where I have the accessibility errors. It will show you here where the problem is. So this is a good help to know what to do, just as an overview, and then you may have to use some of the other tools to go in there and make some of the other corrections, or it just makes you aware of what's happening. So on the Lighthouse report, I may include that too for this particular one. So I will add the link in there, and I'll just say, please check. And I'll put the little green and red check mark so you know that that needs to be checked, but not necessarily fixed. Then after I've gotten that, I may add some extra notes. Everything looks good. So if there are some problems and you didn't get full, because there's really just 3 levels, there's incomplete or complete or not done. And so if it's incomplete, then there's some extra links here. And so you can click on this link, and this will bring you to the home page. And if you feel like you need some help from Vanessa or me, you can go to the home page of our, and this is taking too long to load up. So it loads up here, and you can either schedule time with me, or you can reach out to Sister Vanessa and schedule some time with her, and she will help you with, we can help you make sure that you can get those assignments so you can get everything completed. And if you want to, you can make notes back to us here on the page also, because we have access to these pages and can get in there and help. One of the things I also want you to point out is there are standards for the class, and that will be included on every assignment in that same place. And so you can look through here and see what the requirements are for basically every page, and there's some extra tools that you can find on this page too. So that basically goes over the process of grading your assignments. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. Excited to get started with the semester, and hopefully this helps clarify to you what you will need to do on every assignment.